All righty, family, you live with the general. You already know we got that fire over here. That's why you showed up. That's why you showed up, because you know we got that fire. We're gonna be talking about why elite Black Americans tap into ancient Egyptian mysticism. It's potent, and you've the results, the accomplishments of previous, elites in our peoples have tapped in and achieved great monumental greatness. We're in the house, family. We're in the house, and that's why you should continue. Don't let nobody tell you to close no doors on uh programs and blueprints that have afforded us such great accomplishments and achievements. You feel me? So we're gonna tap in before we get started, family. I want to make sure you get on over there to Patreon. Patreon, we got that fire from slave revolts to slaves should vote. That's right. From slave revolts to slaves should vote. That's right. And is Jesus the devil? I know I'm flipping a lot of tables over there, but that's what I gotta do. I can't be the one to say what you like. I can't be the one to say what you like. I got to be the one to come in and say what you need to hear. You feel me? And that's what I'm gonna do. And so, as we start to deal with we've been dealing for the past couple of days. Michael Jackson, Earth, Wind, and Fire, and of course the Freemasons, many of the elites, even the devil. When you go to Washington, D.C., Benjamin Banneker, Benjamin Banneker tapped in. He laid out Washington, D.C., laid it out. Geometric layout, And so, Benjamin Banneker was, he was tapped into the ancient Egyptian mysticism. Matter of fact, geometry come out of ancient Egypt. Did y'all know that? Geometry come out of Egypt. So that's what it is. And so, so when they get to talking all the geometry and you talking ancient Egypt. So the mysticism ain't just, in the sense that, geometry is a part of the mysticism. Yeah, mathematics, divine astronomy is a part of the mysticism. Did you know that? And so nobody mastered these sciences and these arts on the level that the ancient Kemites, the Cushites had, mastered from the ancient times. And so, I was just looking at, and just to show you how Mike then tapped in. Mike then went to number one again. Did y'all know that? Michael Jackson. Yeah, Michael Jackson then went to number one on Billboard again in many nations across the world. Came back. That's what you call Osiris. I don't agree with everything that he did in his life. You know what I'm saying? I don't. Not at all. But for the most part, I see that he had tapped into some science. He's tapped into some science. He wasn't no average motherfucker at all, not by far. He wasn't no average motherfucker. He had tapped in to some science at an early age. But that's how because you get to talking the Osirian drama when you resurrect a motherfucker from the dead. When you lay it down that first time to Willis. Wow, it's so hard, and it's so it's so immaculate to where it could come up again and again and again and again. It'll lay down, but then it'll spark again, and somebody gonna put it. And the man been dead damn near over 20 years. Man been dead, and he done went to number one. And not just he been up there two different countries though. He been up there damn near 2 weeks at number one. And then Thriller is in the top 5. So he got 2 albums. I think the Essential Michael Jackson is up there, and Thriller. Thriller back on the Billboard 100 at number 5. So this man got 2 albums on the top 100. Two albums. That's showing you something, man. The man ain't tapped in. And the people don't, and so, When you start talking about the Freemasonry, that's ancient Egyptian mysticism. Yeah, they got some Kabbalah in there. They got some other, but the story of raising one from the dead, that's Osiris. That's the Osirian drama. You see? And we understand the philosophical aspect, but the philosophical came later. You understand what I'm saying? The philosophical came from, much later. But, first was the operative Masons. First was the operative Mason. Then came the speculative Masons. That's the one that take it and use it philosophically. And really, in the ancient Egyptians, it existed at the same time. The operative and the philosophical Masons existed at the same. It was one order, but then when the Neanderthal came, he didn't have the geometry. He didn't have the architecture. So he used philosophy, and he changed the icons from Osiris and Set to Hiram of Biff and Solomon. And so this is what they did. But a lot of people, once they went into Egypt, a lot of them Masons, when they went into Egypt, they updated. When Napoleon and them went over there into Egypt, and them European, man, they updated that shit. You see what I'm saying? That's really when Freemasonry started for real. After Napoleon and them come out of Egypt. That other shit was playtime. You know what I'm saying? So then when they come out, that's when they went crazy. You understand, with what they call Egypt mania and things of that nature, where you see it all through and this is the devil that they, the peas and the red, white, and blue. I could bust their ass with that. They got the Freemasons got the red, white, and blue out of the Egyptian temple. Matter of fact, let me show and prove. I don't want to just. Let me see if I can get a flag. Yeah. If not, I'll bring it back. I think it's in Boo. I had to go look for it. But a lot of people, I'll get it for the next time. It's gonna call me. But if you look at Boo, you will see the red, white, and blue in the temple. That's where the Freemasons got it from. I mean, even that, I was like, man, y'all niggas is weak. Y'all don't know enough. And so when you get to claim, when motherfuckers get to putting the red, white, and blue, and you look up in the Egyptian temple, and you'll see the blue, the ceiling, symbolic of Newt, and you see the white stars in the ceiling. That's where they get that from. And these niggas sitting up here talking, but you gonna put the plagiarized Neanderthal shit in there, and then we expose you. Y'all are weak. Y'all ain't strong enough, man. Y'all losing badly. I say, damn, I didn't know when I got on y'all niggas' head that I was gonna roll like that. I'm like, damn, y'all lacking, man. Y'all lacking too much, man. Y'all got to wake up. Too much of that shit y'all claiming, putting the red, white. They got that, Freemasons got that out of Egypt. Stop it. You looking bad, man. You trying to on the Pan-African nigga, but the Neanderthal is in. What you think he is? Why you think he laid this shit out like ancient Egypt in the DC area, man? Why you think they got a goddamn obelisk is the tallest damn structure in the goddamn, and nothing can be taller than that? That's Osiris, nigga. That's not Jesus. That's Osiris, and that's Osiris phallus in the middle of DC, and you sitting up here talking about what Pan-Africanism ain't. And you got Osiris phallus sitting in the middle of the goddamn, in front of the White House, down in between the fucking Capitol building and the Capitol building and Lincoln's Memorial. Huh? This is shameful. Yeah. This is shameful. He said, my best artists of all time, James Brown and Prince. I ain't mad at you. I ain't mad at you, man, Anthony. Yeah, I ain't mad at you, Anthony, but Prince say too many wild, you know. Yeah, I love James Brown. He the Godfather, ain't no doubt about it. And but Prince, boy, you know, I give him credit with credit, but goddamn, Prince say a lot of wild shit. And Anthony, you understand what I'm saying? I don't know what you know. I can't get caught singing none of Prince songs because Prince say some questionable shit. Yeah, that motherfucker say, you know, he that mother, yeah, but Mike ain't running around talking about if I was your girlfriend. He ain't saying no shit like that. Mike talking to some honey buns, nigga. I know if I was your girl, what the fuck you mean if I was your what? I can't even get that shit out of my mouth. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Yeah. If I was your what the fuck you say, nigga? Yeah, that one song alone, Mike ain't saying no shit like that, man. I ain't never heard no Mike say no shit like that. You tell me where Mike said some shit like that. No, sir. Mike still be singing to the honeys, man. Yeah, that old nigga when Mike was, I want to rock with you, nigga. Mike was singing to the honeys, nigga. He was still, Prince was when Prince came out, that nigga was questionable from day one. Like, nigga, what the, man, like, man, you can't even play this shit. Hell no, nigga. Hell no. Controversy and all that shit. Now, he had some songs you could play. He had some songs you could play. And he most definitely was a musical genius. Now, I ain't gonna knock him, but like I say, yeah, that motherfucker was, you know, yeah, man. Prince was he's a motherfucker, man. Real talk. But anyway, you say Michael Jackson would kill Mike. Yeah, man, beat the. Oh yeah, Ricky was crazy too. Now, yeah, Ricky was an ignorant mother. He was on top of some shit too. Yeah, Ricky was in. Yeah, Rick James was. But yeah. But when Mike and Prince started coming on the scene, he started. You know, he started losing that battle. You know, when Mike and Prince he started losing that battle. I seen him. He started to try to, you know, emulate Prince a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he tried to tap in on Prince style a little bit. I seen some of his outfits and shit. I said, this motherfucker trying to dress like Prince. But anyway, family, yeah, we ain't no getting away from the African consciousness. Wait a minute, where we at? Yeah, they trying to stop me out here. They say this Negro out here dropping truth bombs like this. I had to do all I can to get back in. Let me see if I come back in on the yeah, they trying to stop the general, man, because I'm doing, I be doing so much. This goddamn computer be like, it be on fire. I ain't went nowhere. I'm still in the house. But anyway, family, where we at? We at 770. Yeah, I had already dropped heavy mental. But anyway, family, again, we showing and proving that even right here, the Neanderthal of the United States of America then stole most of what he had. And you call it America, but yet and still, you understand, he done stole a lot from ancient Egypt. Then a lot of it is from Rome. And these niggas talking about Pan-Africanism. You say, what you got a problem with? You got Pan-Europeanism and Pan-Judaism and Pan-Islamism. You ain't got no problem with that. But then you got a problem with the Pan-African, and it's all around you. God damn it, you can go and find obelisks damn near everywhere. The all-seeing eye and aunts, they everywhere now. So everybody tapping in, and you want us to tap away. Even you ain't saying that the Europeans done tapped in to the African consciousness because they see the greatness, they see it's the origin of all things, and you want us to leave it alone. What kind of shit is that? These are some confused niggas and want us to take off our Timberlands and put on some moccasins. We won't do it. We ain't gonna do it, family. Let's move on to the last video for the night. Before we get off of here now, make sure y'all get on over there to Patreon. We most definitely got the file. Did it kick my yeah, I just put one of them in there. There you go, right there. That's the one that's gonna hurt the most. Don't you dare miss this one. Yeah. Is Jesus the devil? Yeah, that's the greatest, that's the most influential ingredient in your ethnogenesis. So you make sure you get on over there and get that work. I'll see y'all in a minute. Black Power.